Hi, I'm Chloe.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
I'm Kimberly.
I'm Irene.
I'm Miya.
And this is Behind the Scenes Mental Health in Asian Entertainment. Okay, so what do you guys think is the reality of Asian entertainment industries?
I think it's, if we're talking about Asian media, like Asian made media, I think it's, at least from what I've heard, like I'm not super closely connected to it, but I've heard not great things, especially behind the scenes of like shows and like the music industry there.
There are a lot of dark sides of.
Yeah.
And I think the crazy thing is it's still prevalent even today. Like you would think like, oh, it would have at least gotten a bit better. But I think it's like a new like idol survival show called Starlight Boys. They had in one of their first couple of episodes, they had the boys dance to like the title song, like the signal song, like at least like around like over like 10 times, like back to back with 30 seconds between. And I don't know, it just kind of doesn't seem like that, at least in that show, it doesn't seem like that they really care about the idols themselves or the trainees themselves. It just seems like they're like, what can we do to get attention and get money for the show?
It's crazy that they're willing to like, I guess, record and edit and put that on TV. You know what I mean? It's like, it's one thing for it to be kind of like hush hush, like, oh, this is like an industry like secret, and then there's another thing where be like, actually just like look at how bad it is, and you can't do anything about it. So
the thing is, it's just so normalized in that industry. It's like the standard and like the beauty standards, like everything is like already like set, and it's like expectations on you.
Yeah, and ever since I was like in middle school, I heard like suicide stories, right, from the Asian entertainment industries, like Chong Hyun from SHINee. And I remember it just sent like a shock to everyone, but then like it keeps happening like every year. I feel like everyone was so shocked at first, but then now, like when I heard the news, I was shocked, but like it was like more normalized. I feel like
it wasn't surprising.
Yeah,
it was bound to happen to somebody.
Yeah. And like being an idol is like deprivation of identities. It's like you're the people who are like, they ask you to behave like that, and you cannot like eat too much, and you have a lot of standards to follow. Like it's not themselves anymore. It's just like they are a product of this industry.
Have you guys, I don't know if this is a thing, I heard about like apparently when like groups go into like a new phase or a new like era or a new album cycle, they'll because there's oftentimes like so many people that the management company will like I heard that like if somebody's hair gets dyed, that means that they're like not going to be featured much in the next. Is this true? Because
like the theories.
Yeah, the theory that like oh, your hair dyed, that's your thing for now. And like so you're not gonna be able to sing or dance or like have like a solo on anything.
Like their only way to capture attention.
Yeah, so it's like, but you got your hair dyed, so that's something, right? Like you have a hair color that's not natural. So yeah.
I think it like is, but it isn't. I think it was like when Twice debuted, like Jonghyun, she had like that really short haircut. I think it's because they gave them like personalities or like, I guess like types to embody. So she was supposed to be like the kind of like tomboy, boy crush kind of vibe. And then like, I don't know exactly what everybody else got, but I think it's pretty common for them to try to give them like an archetype to be like attracted to the fans or to a certain portion of the fans.
Yeah, so everybody can like, so they just fit to like tropes, like characters.
Yeah.
I feel like even in like one group, like they might seem so close, but then like when you think about it, it's like they're all like competing with each other. Because like in groups too, like one person stands out like so much more, and like they capture all the attention. And I feel like just like the entire industry and entertainment industry is like you're like fighting with each other for like this like slim chance of like succeeding. Yeah, because there's so many groups that like don't make it.
What is like the rate? I think it's like 1%, right?
It's
of
not
trainees,
high.
of trainees even get to be an idol, and then like how many of those groups that are formed are actually like become popular and successful?
I mean, the sad thing is, a lot of people like Soyeon from G-Idol,
Yeah.
she constantly like got bashed on for her looks, even though she's probably like one of the most talented idols out there for just overall.
Yeah.
But the way most people attack her is like, oh, she's ugly, like she doesn't have the looks for this.
Yeah.
But like she wrote a lot of the songs. Like
Yes.
she was the producers of like a lot of their albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you get attacked for like anything you do. Like even if you like try too hard, if you like look too pretty, you'll get attacked. Like
It's crazy. Wait, do you guys think that like the fan bases and like fandoms contribute to like this kind of pressure?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you think like it's gotten better or worse in recent years?
Worse.
Worse?
Worse.
Really? I would have thought it got better, but
I think
cancel culture.
Because cancel culture,
Oh.
and it's so easy. I feel like a lot of media literacy is kind of going down, so it's very
You're so
easy
right.
to-
You're so right.
You see something on a TikTok and you're like, that must have happened.
Yeah.
That must
Context
be true
be
about this
damned.
idol. Like, I don't even know who they are, but that must be true.
Yeah.
I feel like that's becoming more common than back in like 2015 K-pop. Like obviously it wasn't great back then either, but I don't think it was so like fast to catch on if something happens.
Like Korean news outlets too. They like contribute so much because like Korea is just like a very conservative country, and when like someone or a celebrity does something like slightly wrong, like
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like how I know like weed is like super stigmatized compared to alcohol, even though objectively like alcohol is worse. And like how idols will have to like, or like actors will have to be like, I have never smoked, like they cannot like if there's even a mention of like
and they cannot get into any kind of relationship. Like
yes.
Yes.
Oh, those videos were like different groups collab, or like when there's like a boy band and a girl group, and then they have to stand like
I know, like
yeah, and like
feet
when
apart
they're
from each other.
like giving each other stuff, they are like
they can't touch. It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's so
it's like,
funny.
and that's going to be like praised by the fans, because like the fans are like their girlfriends and boyfriends, and they're like trying to standardize their behaviors, and like you cannot get into any kind of relationships, and you are like giving yourself to the fans. So it's like I think the fandom is actually really like worsening this situation.
It's like it's endless kind of cycle where like if you don't behave correctly, then you'll lose fans and people will get mad at you. But by the same time, by behaving correctly, you're kind of encouraging that parasocial relationship to like continue and thrive. So there's like sort of no way they can win. Like it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sorry, I cursed. We can put that
I
out.
think that one's okay.
Okay. Damn is an okay curse. Okay, great.
And I think there's a girl. I don't know if you know her.
It's
Suli?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think she's
yeah.
like a typical case of like how this industry actually ruined the person. Because she's like in the industry like when she was really young and at SM Entertainment.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like falling. I don't know. After she became really like popular, and then I don't know what happened to her, but she's like suicide after. It's because of I think the like cyberbullying.
I think it was cyberbullying.
Yeah.
for her,
And she's like she didn't wear bras when she's out, and she's being like photo and the people curse her because of that. But I think that's like super normal and like. Because that's not comfortable at all. And she can choose to do that, but like this industry doesn't allow like people to actually behave like that because of the like the norm. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and if you think about it, a lot of these idols are like our age.
Or younger.
When New Jeans debuted, I remember the conversation around that being like, should these preteens be on TV?
And
Like,
they're like really like sexualized.
yes, it's
Yes.
crazy. It's really weird. It's like,
Like
I
they're
don't know.
even like younger than us.
Yeah.
No, they
Like
get
15
into
and 16, like
the industry so early with like even the training period.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They lose their childhoods to it. Which
Yeah, and they didn't go to school actually.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice like your education and basically like
Yeah.
all other future career prospects
Yeah.
to do it, and it, like
And
the
like
chances of you getting
the
it are
groups
like
fade really fast.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
It's like a wave.
Yeah,
If
like
you guys could be
generations.
Eugenes, like, would you do it?
fuck no. Oh. Sorry, no, it's
It should be in the highlight.
no. You
Bleep it out, no.
Bleep it out. It's terrifying to me. Like
Yeah. It's so
people have
terrifying.
such I think little sympathy for famous people, and okay, I get it. Like you're rich, you're famous. It's like a lot of people's dream to be that, but also I can't fathom just the idea of not being able to like go grocery shopping or like just taking a walk outside or doing like just normal people stuff or like I don't know, it's terrifying to me, especially as like a child who I mean arguably you like how young was the youngest Eugene's member?
Like 2007 or 8 or something.
yeah.
That's my brother. That's younger than my brother, and that's crazy. And he's a sophomore in high school. It's like I don't think you can consent to that. You can't really consent to like all that sort of stuff at that age.
And
It's
you
so-
cannot imagine if you start doing that from that young age and your values and like your like
Yeah.
cues, like I don't know, it's just ruined. I feel like.
Also, you don't like have a personal life with your family.
Yeah.
And like you lose all your like.
And
high
you
school
cannot be like normal
experience.
interpersonal relationship with like the like other teens at your age because you're always like training like and doing all the commercial stuff.
And there's like a crazy power balance between you and like other normal kids your age because you have like fame and money and power and influence, and I don't know, like it's hard to form like a real relationship with somebody if those things are constantly like looming over it all the time.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a really bad influence to like the younger generation because they like look up to these idols and like their diets
Yeah.
Yes.
and their body and looks
Yeah.
and they'll think that that's like normal and something that's achievable, but like I feel like you can't achieve it unless you're like under like the strict like entertainment.
Does anybody? I don't know. I think it was like middle school. Does anybody remember like when that IU diet kind of went viral?
Wait, what is this?
The IU diet. Well, it was like eat an apple.
Yeah, eat an apple for
Oh.
breakfast, like
Banana,
sweet
a sweet potato,
and then like something
and like a
else.
banana or something, and that's all you ate for the day.
I think I've heard of this. I think
If
I've
you
heard
want
of
to
this.
use
There's a lot of versions of these kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
from Korean
yes.
idols,
Yeah.
like
That is
Jennie, Lisa's.
Yeah.
A lot of
And people will follow it for like 30 days and like they'll be like, look at my transformation or something.
Yeah, and I mean it's crazy because back then, you know, you're just so young, you're very impressionable, and you see it, and you're like, oh my god, it looked like it's working, and it looks so good. I should do this. Not that I actually did,
Yeah.
but it was like, oh, I should do that when I'm older. You know, maybe try that, and that's a very scary thing to impose on a very young generation.
Even if you like don't end up actually doing it, it's like the thought is kind of still in the back of your mind of like this is a possibility that you could do. This is something that people are doing. You guys watch True Crime if you watch Stephanie Sue.
Yes.
She mentioned she did an episode on I think it was a Chinese I think actress or singer who was on like one of those The Voice China, I think.
Okay, what's China?
Yes. Have you heard of this?
Of course.
Apparently she people were like I don't know if people were criticizing her, but the way she was behaving on the show, people were like concerned about and people were like worried about, and like a couple weeks after the show or something, like she passed.
Coco.
Yes, that's who I'm talking about. And
she's like super like pop famous.
super famous, right?
She's sang on like Oscar
Oh.
award. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like
Internationally.
internationally. She's from Hong Kong actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like she always like identified as a Chinese. Like that.
And
But she passed away.
she passed away, and
Yeah.
there were some like phone calls that leaked between her and like her friends and stuff and family that were like super distressing. Like her voice and like the thing she was talking about.
Oh.
She
like back of the scene of the show.
yes, behind the scenes of the show where like producers were basically like apparently like kind of bullying her and
Yeah.
goading her.
Yeah, that channel was like always filming some really like like not more like shows like asking the idols and like Coco to like just follow in some like script. They actually have a script for like the documentary kind of shows, and like they're forcing her to like pick somebody or something like that. I remember, and like that's kind of just normal. Like everybody knows like those like channels are doing these like things all the time. So yeah, and like Coco passed away because she actually suicide.
I think it was like
She was like
rumored suicide, but like officially like not like a medical issue. I don't remember exactly.
I remember she had medical issues and she passed away because she's
Oh yes,
because she had mental problems.
yes.
And like her husband actually cheated on her, and like her like her daughters from her husband, and like they're not like these are not her like own daughters, but like they betrayed her something like, and they sue her onto the court, and it's just like a lot of dramas in her life. And then the show was actually like pushing her and forcing her to do really like moral stuff. So
yeah, I think they were like forcing her to choose a contestant, like you know,
that's
the
reality
voice.
of the TV shows in China.
Yeah, I think just reality shows in general probably.
Yeah, and another like show that TV was like they're actually doing some like playing some games, and like the games are really hard, and like sometimes it forces you to like go beyond the limit of like human beings, something like that. Just they want to dig facts like to like seek attentions from the audiences, and like one of the actors who are like in the show was actually passed away because of that game. Yeah.
Did the show get shut down?
Well, not really. I'm not quite remembering, but like that's the Zhejiang TV. It's like from a region of China, and that's owned by the government, something like that. So you cannot actually shut it down. That's like totally of the government. So, and like the politics and the Chinese entertainment are really like interconnected.
Yeah, I've heard.
There are a lot of like you are not allowed to do this, saying this. Like this is a like typical Chinese like political things. And like the artists are always asked to like post a lot of like stuff like related to like politics on the like internet to like show their like following with government something like that.
Yeah.
Cause like like Chinese.
Yeah, I've heard of
sensitive
like
topics.
that kind of stuff happening. Yeah, it kind of. Yeah, I don't
But
know.
really, really dark actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really like similar to Korean industries. It's like they also have like really harsh like standard for like beauties, and like they have to be really seen and something like that. Yeah, of like standards.
This is not exactly.
Stigmas.
Yeah, this is not exactly like entertainment. Well, kind of. Like on social media, have you guys seen those like sea beauty like trends and stuff?
Yeah.
Where have you seen the goldfish like collarbone one?
Yeah.
Is
You
that
know what I'm
like
talking about?
is that that you can put a gold?
Yeah.
Yes, if you're
Your
thin
collarbone.
enough, you should be able to put like a goldfish in your
What's
collarbone.
in Chinese social media is a coin. Like you
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the one where like apparently, I don't know how that works, but you're supposed to be able to like bend your body over like a chair like 90 degrees basically, and to prove that you're like, I don't know, thin enough or something.
Wasn't there the paper one too?
Yeah,
like
the
that,
A4 paper.
A4 paper.
Oh, yeah,
If
your-
your waist is like just as thin as A4 paper, like that's being like
What A4
Yeah.
paper?
like a
Like
normal
standard-
standard
standard
print paper.
8 by 11.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
like if you held it up to yourself,
Like one?
then you
Yeah.
should not your
Yeah.
waist, your body, your torso.
like the width of the
it
paper.
should not be
heck
seen.
no.
It should just be behind or like right on the paper.
Wait, I would need like 3 of them.
No,
I would like three.
I
I was like,
only
oh,
need like
One,
multiple,
two, three.
but yeah.
No, it's just like this is a paper and this is the
Oh,
width.
but
And
yeah,
that's
seem
the
the
width
same.
of
Oh,
your
okay.
like waist. And
That's
then-
still kind of
That's crazy though.
That's
Yeah.
so
so unreal.
Yeah, I wonder if I don't know that much, but I wonder if like younger people are actually participating in this. Like, I don't know, because we see like, I mean, Western social media and stuff has plenty of trends that are like also awful and like harmful, and you know, I wonder how many I wonder how like average like person teenager or like young adults in those countries who's consuming this social media content is actually like processing it and reacting to it. If it's more like, I don't know, is there a lot of like,
I think the population are quite young. Like most of them elementary school kids, like they love Blackpink and they love like celebrities. And they're like having the labels of like being the craziest parties in this like fandom industry. Like they are like viewed as like irrational, and like they follow these like inspiration stuff. Like they are doing like the A4 paper stuff.
like
they're
young
so
children.
They're really young.
Young children.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is sort of related, kind of off topic, not about Asian media, but it's kind of reminds me of like the Sephora kids and stuff, where like these like young children are like engaging with this content that's meant for older people, like meant for like late teens and young adults, where they kind of where ideally they should have more of like media literacy and be able to like discern for themselves what's like what products to buy, what trends to follow, like what advice is good and what advice is bad. But it's like young children who are just absorbing everything and they just like don't think about it, and it's like it's new because like now children are getting exposed to this social media younger and younger. They don't have
to like filters, like they're not like they're just taking all of those kind of information, and you don't know which ones are actually like influencing them.
I mean, and even speaking of filters, like quite literally there are filters on social media, and I mean, I think it's pretty obvious on some videos. You can always see like what is like it's bent in the background, which means that they were like making themselves look thinner or like doing something. But
if they're like keep watching same kind of stuff, like the media will actually like
the algorithm.
It will show you more. Like
it'll just reinforce it.
Yeah, because the data, like the metadata, actually give you more of those kind of stuff because you like it and you watch it all the time, and that actually reinforce those.
Have you heard? I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently, like for iPhones, when you if you go from the U.S. to like I think it was Korea or Japan, your iPhone camera will automatically apply a filter.
Like on TikTok.
Like you're because it'll detect that you're in this country, and the cameras I guess are programmed there just to have a filter automatically, like without even it doesn't like ask you to like say confirm or anything. It'll just do it, and people will be like, so why do I look different? Like why do I look better, or like why do I look different here in these pictures?
Is it a camera of like iPhone or on TikTok?
I'm not sure. It might have been on TikTok.
But like Chinese TikTok always have the filter.
Like so automatically apply. Right? Like it's
like the TikToks here does not. I don't have TikTok.
Wait,
I don't have TikTok either, but
it's okay.
I think I'm good.
I heard like when you go to this Asian countries, like it'll automatically put like a filter that like makes you pale or like whiter. Cover your, like,
I thought that was like automatically like everywhere, but like
no, I guess not. Yeah. Or like, have you seen how the degrees people go for sun protection and stuff in Asian countries? It's okay. One of my personal, again, sort of off topic, sorry. One of my personal pet peeves is like those skincare like videos or like dermatologists being like, you need to wear sunscreen every single day, otherwise you're gonna get skin cancer and die. No, you won't. You'll be fine if you wear sunscreen like every other week. It'll be okay. You don't need to wear sunscreen every day. The real reason you're doing this is because you don't want to get wrinkles and you're disguising it. And you're saying, no, I care about your health and I care about your skin cancer. You just don't want to look old. Just be honest about that. You don't need to lie about it. Like it kind of annoys me. It's like, realistically, to prevent skin cancer, you only need to wear like sunscreen when you're going to be out for a long time or in direct sunlight. So, like, stop telling children that this is for like their health.
In fact, in Asian countries, people wear sunscreens just because like you'll get darker.
Yes, exactly. It's like you just want to be you just want to be white.
pale.
That's
They're
all.
not like dark.
They don't
white
like
people.
Exactly. It's
No,
just
no, we don't. I saw a funny stuff. It's like an Asian girl. She's like wearing sunscreen on the beach, and like I think a California girl on the side. She was wearing a
tanner,
and
yes.
stuff, and they're like awkward watching each other. It's,
yeah,
like,
we
so
can talk.
funny.
There's a whole different
Yeah.
topic about like
beauty
like-
standards and like
But, like, I think
colorism
these
and
beauty
stuff,
standards
yeah.
actually come from these idols. Yeah, because
Yeah,
like
for
they
sure.
are like pale and seen, and like they do everything like so perfectly, something like that.
Yeah, no, you know how I'm pretty sure if you look it up, you can find it. But it's like if you look up like bad makeup in K-pop, typically or like in really any idol industry, it's like the like slapping pasty white on like it's like it looks fine like on like their actual video, but if you're looking at like fan cams or like fan pictures, like it looks cakey, like the color here does not match their neck, and
So because of like the color doesn't match, like
Yeah.
people in China actually wear foundations like on
Oh,
the
oh,
like
I
the
see.
celebrities when they are on the red carpet, they are actually like
covered in.
covered in
Goodness.
because like they are going to be like the internet's going to start again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I don't know if like. I think I agree with what you guys said earlier about like it's kind of gone. The fan responses have gotten worse, but I think I've kind of observed it where it used to be rabid, like fans would defend their like idols or whatever at like any cost, even if they like did like awful things. But now it's kind of gone, I think, almost in the opposite direction where people will attack for any reason, and it's I don't know, both are bad.
Yeah.
But like I think there was almost like a period in like 2019 or 2018 where I was like, oh my god, people are actually being nicer. And then now people are so mean again, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Sometimes I'll be reading like Instagram reel comments, and I'm like, if
Okay.
I got those comments, I'm deactivating immediately.
For real, actually, people are
So mean.
so.
I'm curious about like how like people think about Lisa going to the Crazy Horse show.
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Isn't that Crazy Horse like in Paris or something?
Yeah, in Paris, that's like a.
What is Crazy Horse?
It's like stripper dance,
Oh.
something like that.
Oh.
You don't know?
I did not. I
That's
don't
like exploded in Chinese and Korean social media, cause like that's super like atypical stuff for an idol to do, cause like it's like really stripper dancing, but just not taking all of her clothes out.
Yeah.
That's like
Wait, like go you, like.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, in America,
like I think you're normal, but like
Thanks.
super normal too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like wait, that's the one.
Yeah, but like Koreans.
But like
and,
Korean
yeah.
and Chinese
They're
are
so
actually
conservative.
scolding her doing this, cause like their rationale is like you're an idol and you are the like role models of a lot
Yes.
of teenagers, so you cannot do stuff like that. But like, isn't that she's a like
She's an
like
adult woman.
yeah, she's a like
How old is she?
individual. Like,
She's late 20s.
Late 20s?
Now if
Yeah.
it was like if like somebody from New Jeans went and did that, obviously that would
Yeah.
rightfully cause
Yeah.
an uproar. But I feel like with Lisa, that I'm assuming that was her decision,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah.
was willing to do that and wanted to do it. So I think it's
so that's like they're only the product like in Asian countries, not a
Yeah,
person.
definitely.
Yeah, so she has to follow those.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was even kind of surprised. Okay, I don't know. Like, I don't really keep up with Blackpink, but like, I was kind of surprised to hear that Lisa had like a public boyfriend,
She's
right?
like-
Doesn't she?
I don't know if she has like public.
I mean, it's
Like,
pretty
people are
confirmed.
She has announced
Like,
it in her social. I don't know.
oh, it doesn't matter if you've announced it, but like
But,
you've
like,
been
people
seen
talk
with the
about it.
It's
paparazzi,
some, like,
you've been
billionaire,
photographed,
right?
you've been
Yeah.
photographed. She wrote a song about
Yeah.
him. Like it's
Yeah.
it's pretty well known at this point. I was like, oh, so I thought that like, oh, it's getting better. They're letting her be public with the relationship now.
Mhm.
But I guess is that not the case, or
Because her
Yeah.
boyfriend is like the LVMH
Yeah, something like that. He's like
Yeah.
some
It could have
The
been a more
son.
billionaire.
personal decision to not want to explicitly say
Yeah.
she was in a relationship.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's also not trying to like hide it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. How was the response? Do you guys know what the response
Wait,
was?
I know, like,
people finding out that.
From Western perspective, like they were like supportive, but obviously it's not.
I
It's
feel
like,
like not too bad, cause this is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Not a bad one, but like having a relationship like in essence is like disobeying the rules. Yeah. So like
Yeah.
definitely people like judging the not too bad, but like the comments on Lisa like recently in Chinese media are not so good. She's like on the Victoria's Secret show, if you remember.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
she's
Oh,
seen, so like people comparing her to
The
like
other ones.
other like vocals who go to show before, and most of the comments are really negative. Yeah, and like she's and sexualizing her and like talking stuff about like Crazy Horse shows and like how she actually like kind of take advantage to her like from her boyfriend. Like
Girl, she's so rich. She does
I
not need.
know.
She is
yeah,
so wealthy.
she's like, whoa,
I mean,
like getting attention in like Chinese and Korean kind of
yeah.
is things like that.
All right, thank you for listening, guys. That's the end of the first episode. See you in episode 2. Bye.